Alright, Easton, so right here I am reviewing your mechanics from Wednesday's Bullpen. On the bottom here I have CC Sabathia. I'm going to try and time them up here pretty much to where you can see both of them at the same time. So I'm going to play them right now for you. So, similar mechanics, similar ideas here when we're talking about CC Sabathia. Kind of a similar load. First things first, I like that we're already going towards the plate here. That actually was a really, really bad arrow. We're going towards the plate here, and we're showing our butt to the batter, which is good. That's what we want to do. We want to drive ourselves to the plate. Now, looking down at CC Sabathia's mechanics here, one thing he does, as we'll see, looking into yours, see when I'm talking about, I don't know if you remember when I was talking about, you did a really good job in this one better than, because I remember we were talking about using your legs more and getting into it. So this is kind of what we're looking for. So this is actually really, really good, Easton, right there. We could probably drive a little bit more into this back leg right here, kind of like how Sabathia is. I want you to watch his leg here. Look how he's driving that back leg. That's something we could do a little bit more of, but otherwise we're looking good. Now, the big thing here, and I wish I had the right right angle for this. Unfortunately, I don't. This is the best angle I could get of CC Sabathia. But if I were to draw a line back here, his arm would be extended out like this. And if you remember, if I can get it, our lead arm should be extended and our back arm should be extended. Because when we're short arming it, that's why we're missing out on a lot of velocity there. If you remember what I said to you yesterday, mass equals gas. Now, I didn't go into very much depth of what mass means. Mass doesn't necessarily mean body weight. It means just surface area of the body. And as you see, CC Sabathia has a lot of mass to his body. Not only, I believe, he's like 6'7", but also very muscular, also has a lot of mass to his body. That's why he was able to throw pretty hard at the beginning of his career. The later years, however, Father Time caught up to him, but this is something we really, really need to work on, because what we should be doing with our arm is getting it down and bringing it around more so. So if this is our starting point right here, we want to bring this out and we want to bring this out. Versus right now, if we go back to your mechanics, you're kind of just breaking into this short arm style here. Versus if we go back to Sabathia, if we can kind of see, this is where his arm is right there, if you can kind of see it. And he's extending it, and then he gets himself into this position. So we're already getting into this position, and we're not even loaded. We're not even going towards the plate yet. So that's something we can work on. And what we can do to work on that is kind of the drill I showed you yesterday. We're just thumb up with your glove arm, and then just extend back with your throwing arm. Now, moving on to a couple different things here. Let's talk about right here. This is something you do really, really well, is you get out front a lot with it. Now, similar to what I was telling Finn in his video, we should be looking kind of like how Sabathia is. As you can see, he's got that catapult kind of leg. This is a little bit too bended, versus we want that to kind of be more of a slanted line. And the reason we want that, if you know how a catapult works, we gain speed whenever we... So let's say this is our basket here on the catapult, and they release it, and we get speed by going over this top. If it was bent, it wouldn't get as much speed, it wouldn't get as much distance, it wouldn't get as much velocity. So that's how you should look at your throwing mechanics there. We should be looking to get that. It's fine to have a little bit of bend to it, but really we want to get there. Now, going back onto this, you do a really great job of kind of riding that ramp down. You don't drop, which is really good. So if we're thinking, if this is a ramp, you're riding it down all the way. Now, I believe if we get it right there, our leg should stay right in about that position, and we should be moving our body towards there. So that's what we could do on that. The whip on it, I just want to show you that, how much whip you're getting on this baseball. That's a 180-degree angle right there. This is where mainly most MLB guys will probably be around there. So we have a lot of great whip action on that. Our follow-through, we could probably finish a little bit, and this is why we miss high right here. So realistically, you look at CC Sabathia, he's releasing that ball right about at this point. And he's kind of holding it on for that last rotation right to there, right? Versus we are releasing this. Sorry, that wasn't really a great line. We're releasing it all the way back here. So let's say if you're Sabathia right now, he's releasing it more so out in front of him. And that's going to lead to more velocity as well. You do a good job tucking the glove, which is good. The fall through looks good. Now on this one, we were talking about earlier how it's fine to fall over. And this is exactly what I mean right here, Easton, where it's fine to fall over right then. Because by this point, you've already gone to the plate. So now you're veering off, which is fine. You already threw the ball, you've already gone to the plate, and then you're veering off, which is similar to what kind of Sabathia does a little bit. And if I had the full video, it shows where he's kind of going to finish on that. So that's completely fine. But then, let me see if I can get it up towards where y'all are. So this is at the same point of both of y'all. So again, Sabathia is really getting that arm out, and he's really getting as much torque as possible with his hips, which is something we can also keep working on because we kind of open ourselves too much. And if you remember what I said yesterday, there's two places we're going to miss if we open that shoulder really quick. We're either going to miss arm side up or glove side down. So that's something we can also work on. So to recap, pretty much, right now, up to this point, really good. We could drive a little bit more on the leg, make sure to extend out with these arms, and then finally, making sure we release that baseball out in front of us. But other than that, everything looked pretty good. We'll get the curveball to where it needs to be. It's all now really about location right now, Easton, and we still got a little bit of time to work on it. So, other than that, liked what I saw.